Shalom, Israel. It's your boy New Breed coming through with another live stream. And I got a heavy topic that I would like to press on your conscience today. And we're going to get right to the nitty gritty today. As you come into the chat, make sure you hit the thumbs up button on the way in. We got a very paramount discussion for this afternoon. We're going to talk about something that's not really spoken about too much, but it's the elephant in the room, pretty much. The perversion spirit. We're talking about porn addiction. A lot of people are addicted to pornography. A lot of people are separated from the natural connection, which is man and woman. And society has purposely created this environment where we almost feel like we don't need the natural use of the opposite sex. Because you got so many things out there. You got sex dolls. You got different instruments. You got toys. You got a lot of people feeling like they could just deal with themselves. And it becomes very addictive. In fact, there's a bodybuilder that recently married his damn sex doll. I couldn't believe it. Here it is, a man who spent time working on his body, his physique and whatnot, trying to get things right. Instead of pursuing the ladies with all the muscles and the gains, right? This dude did marry a damn doll. Yeah, I can't make this up. It's a fact. And that's actually going viral right now. I want to talk about this porn addiction because you all got to understand that it's a demon. It's either a succubus spirit or an incubus spirit. This spirit gets gratification when you release your energy when no one is present. Something happens with your seed once you release it into an open atmosphere with no one there. There's something going on spiritually around you. Something is happening with your seed. The seed is being collected. It's going into the abyss. The succubus who whispers in your ear when you have idle time is telling you to release your life force because they need to carry your seed to the gates of hell and create demon babies. Remember, Satan wants to be like the Most High, so he has to create life too. Just like there are angels in heaven and there are babies in heaven. You wonder what happens to the babies that perish? They're in heaven. They're with the Most High. They're in the bosom of Abraham. But guess what's in hell? The babies that you sacrificed. The babies that you brothers decided to relinquish to demons. Because that's what it is at the end of the day. All right? And I know that's heavy. I know that's something heavy to press on your conscience, but it's the truth. But we're going to add balance to this particular topic because we're going to discuss lust, the dynamics of lust. And you're going to hear this like never before. Somebody said bosom, question mark. Abraham's bosom is a location according to the Bible. It's like the heavenly realm, all right? It's like the heavenly realm, so to speak. We're going to add balance to what we call lust because something in the Christian church happened where men have pretty much become neutered. They become maimed. They became emasculated. And they believe if they look upon a woman with any type of desire, that he is somehow sinning. And we're going to set the record absolutely straight in this video. Often I speak about all the dynamics regarding sexual morality and what's immoral and what's moral. I always divide the line right down the middle between morality and immorality when it comes to sex. All right. And that's what we're going to do. And we're going to talk about this because this is something that has to be understood and recognized, not from a mainstream Christian perspective, but from an actual biblical perspective. Because I'm just going to put it blunt. Brothers, you're supposed to desire women. It's in your DNA. You're supposed to want women. You're supposed to want them sexually, emotionally, spiritually. Everything that's in you, you're supposed to love women. And we're going to go into some scriptures to prove this. All right? We're going to prove that point. And also there's some things that I'm going to go into as well. And I'm going to a source. And this particular source happens to be my channel from last night's live stream. It was a huge teaching moment at one of the calls. It was a huge teaching moment. And I'm going to be quite frank with you. One of the callers that called in did not keep it real. He didn't keep it real at all. And the reason why I'm going to put that on the table publicly is because this is a teaching point for a lot of brothers. I had a brother call in last night, and this brother, he said he had a porn addiction. During this conversation, I asked him, did he think about polygyny? The brother said that he was a one-woman man. All right? He said he was a one-woman man. And then this morning I woke up to an email saying the complete opposite. The complete opposite. And I'm going to share the commentary that we had last night, and then I'm going to show you the text message or the email. And the reason I'm going to do this is because anybody who have been watching my videos, you already know I'm all about men keeping it 100% real and just being honest. Not lying to women. And most of all, not lying to yourself. Not letting your woman emasculate you. You cannot lie to yourself, brothers. So when I speak about this porn addiction, you got to understand that sometimes as a man, the reason why you are addicted to pornography and you're finding it very difficult to turn away from that particular sin is because naturally you desire more than one wife. Now, you know, on this channel, we speak from a very biblical perspective, a cultural perspective. We don't tread the fence. We don't make up anything. The Bible is pro-polygyny. The Bible is pro-life. Straight up. And I know that the Christian church lied to you and said that that's the Old Testament. Christ came to end that. No, Christ, the only thing that the one you call Jesus Christ ended, the only laws that he ended was the law of sacrifice. Because when we had to sin, when we sinned, we had to sacrifice. There had to be bloodshed. Christ was the ultimate sacrifice for the remission of our sins. Other than that, Christ said out of his own mouth, I came not to end the law nor the prophets. To heaven and earth pass away, not one jot nor one tittle, and shall no wise pass from the law. Brothers, a lot of you brothers are pre-genetically disposed to deal with more than one woman, but the problem is you're not honest with yourself. You're not honest with these women. And the succubus spirit is able to use that. You must understand, the succubus spirit is able to use your deficiencies against you. Instead of you dealing with a real woman and creating life. Instead of doing what it is you're supposed to be doing, that succubus spirit will lure you to that laptop. That spirit will lead you to that laptop. It will whisper in your ear. And now you're vanquishing your power to whores. When there's good women out here, great, beautiful women out here who need your protection, need your leadership, need your guidance, need it all. Now I'm going to play this conversation from this brother's on last night's call. But before I do so, y'all make sure y'all mash that thumbs up, because this right here is the real deal. This is the real deal. But before I go in, let me greet y'all, the good people. Barbara Harrison here. She says she loves the channel. All praises to the Most High. We got Andrew in the house. We got Ghana Griffin, DJ Talent, Tatted the Messenger, True Love, Omarion Slaughter, salute, 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 salute. I'm glad y'all catching another live stream. Brittany Duh. Absolutely, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Ray, what's good? Jeremiah Jenkins, what's good? Robert Moore. Hey, Victor, I see you, fam. What it do? What it do? The Lions in the house. RTF. Greetings from Mexico. That's what it do. We about to have a fire stream, y'all. We just getting warmed up. Mash them thumbs up, y'all. Come on, let's get this video spread, because this the type of truth that just it's not spoken every day. It is what it is. But we're going to go in because, listen, I'm not trying to deter the brother from his purpose in life. And I'm not trying to shame this brother, but I'm trying to teach this brother. And I'm not here to try to embarrass this brother. I'm not trying to humiliate this brother. If you watching this stream, brother, I'm letting you know right now, it's not about trying to expose you, okay? This is not an exposure video, but the same thing that you just did yesterday is the same thing hundreds and thousands of men are doing every day. They're doing it every day. And the lies got to stop. The lies to ourselves, they have to stop. But I'm going to go ahead and play some of this stream from last night. All right. I apologize about that. Go ahead, share your testimony, brother. This is going to be the last call here.
All right. I've been dealing with a lot of things, through my past, through my life growing up, and
put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear this. I want to make sure y'all can hear the brother clearly, because he does speak with an accent. The brother is Jamaican, and it's a little bit, the call quality was a little muffled. So just put a 1 in the chat if y'all can hear it. I want to make sure everything is clear enough for y'all. Okay, good.
I know you did a video about emotional intelligence, you know what I mean? But I have a problem of when I see like different women, I got that emotion, and then I used to like watch a lot of poems and stuff like that, you know what I mean?
He says he feel like he have a problem because when he see different women, he has a certain emotion that he can't quite contain. So he kind of equated that to a lack of emotional intelligence when it's not. As a man, you're going to desire women. You're going to look at women and want women. It's nature. It's all natural. But then he goes on to say that he has a porn addiction. Now, this is how the demons work. Take something that can build a tribe and a nation and corrupt it.
But that is, back then I messed up and I was trying to get close to God, and I feel like the more he indulged in that, the more he threw himself away. And by watching your videos and with that video about emotional intelligence, it started to make me feel different, you know what I mean? Because it's like I know I have the power to make decisions and choice, but it's like you always say like, the spirit is getting gratification, you know, when you're by yourself, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
porn and stuff.
And he's right about that. When you by yourself and there's idle time, these demons and these spirits are going to be jarring at you. They want you to release energy. And I'm going to tell you, let me just put it out here. When you brothers is masturbating, watching these screens, it takes a lot out of you, mentally, physically, and spiritually. It really affects your health in a negative way. I mean, it dries you out, man. It makes you docile. It makes you passive. You're not that lion that you're supposed to be. Your testosterone levels begin to drop and plummet. You feel depression. You start walking around feeling like there's a cloud over your head. You're not feeling like yourself. You feel cognitive dissonance, social anxiety. You feel dirty. You feel ashamed. And this is all because instead of transmuting that energy and dealing with a woman, creating life, because that's what you're made for, brothers. If you have all these affections, feelings, and emotions, you're supposed to be building a legacy, a kingdom with those emotions. You're supposed to be bringing forth family, life, legacy, dynasty. There's no wonder why the so-called black man has such a high sex drive. It's a reason for that. Here it is. You got a whole lot of men in prison. You got a whole lot of men turning homosexual. You got a lot of men dying early. There needs to be men who are going to step up and say, look, I'm about to build a tribe. I'm about to build a tribe. It is what it is. Because sometimes those feelings that you got are to be used to build your legacy. Now, let me continue to play this. Okay, so your battle
every time,
is with the
time I
porn.
listen to what you say about that, it's like it gives me strength because I don't want to defile my body no more, man. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Just know this, brother, that as brothers, men, idle time is our worst enemy. Our righteousness is putting a hand to the plow. You know, the Most High God, He's action oriented. So when I say putting our hands to the plow, I mean we working. And that's just the truth, brothers. If you're a man, there's always something to do to better yourself. You could be working out. You could be reading your Bible. It's always something you can do. You could be putting forth certain business things in place, things that you know you got to take care of in your life. There's always something you can do. Idle time is your worst enemy when it comes to having this addiction to porn. Even when you have a wife or wives, you don't always have time to be laying up in a bed having sex. You got something to do. Even too much sex can be an issue. There's always something to do. You have no time just to be laid up all the time, unless it's to bring forth life. All right? Unless it's to bring forth life or your wife is in need. Satisfying her. But other than that, you ain't just overdoing it all the damn time. That goes for sex and pornography. Constantly going there. I mean, idle time for a man, that's Satan's biggest playground. Because there's so much temptation out there, man. You know, the prophets of old, the disciples of old didn't have to deal with the same temptations we got. Sex is everywhere. You know, you look on your computer. You look on TV, you look on billboards, you look at magazines, you ride down the street, you see strip clubs. I mean, it's literally everywhere. I mean, it's to the point where I'm not even gonna lie to you. I've been got desensitized. Living in Atlanta, I'm telling you, bro, you could be anywhere and somebody is shaking their ass somewhere in your face. You could be out at a restaurant, you could be eating, and it's so bad to the point you could be at a restaurant eating, somebody right there, ass right in your face. You eat, you not even paying no damn attention to it. You like, excuse me, man, could you please move your butt cheek so I can get the salt, please? Excuse me. That's just the truth. It's everywhere. I ain't mean to be facetious with that comment, but it's just the truth. Everywhere you walking, and that should say a great deal of what we dealing with. When everywhere you go, everybody's twerking, that's the problem. Brothers are not even impressed by twerking no more. Like, excuse me, man, I'm just trying to get to the bathroom. Yeah, I see you doing your thing, whatever. I'm just trying to get through and use the bathroom real quick. You know, that's how bad it is. But as a man, you got to rewire your mind to be attracted to a woman spiritually, mentally. It can't be all about cheeks. You got to rewire your mind, and that's where discipline comes in. Because if you're not constantly brainwashing yourself with this sexual impurity that they push on us all the time, if you're not brainwashing and inundating yourself with that suck your butt spirit, then you learn to look at things from a different angle. You look at it from a whole nother vantage point. You know, that's how bad it is. Like, and it's like, I get it. I know how to, because at one point in time, I struggled as well. That's why I was able to speak about that. But I'm going to tell you, staying busy is your biggest, like, literally, that is your biggest thing, man. You got to stay busy. Now, when I'm giving him this advice, I'm thinking to myself that the brother is single. Because this is what I would give a single brother. This is the type of advice I would give a man who's single. All right? I was just under the impression that for some reason he was single. All right? As men, we have all of this testosterone, which needs to be transmuted into doing something. Always keep in mind, you can always be doing something to better yourself.
Yeah, because I just went to 5 Below the other day and I bought some gym stuff. You know what I mean? I bought some little cheap weights. You know what I mean? Some little yoga mats. But I'm trying to get the gym, man. You know what I mean? My wife. You know what I mean? But
he said, "I'm trying to get in the gym, man. Me and my wife." That caught me totally off guard because this brother, you know, he's married and he's struggling with this porn addiction. But watch my response.
I watched you so much, man, that my wife got upset one time. You know what I'm saying?
He watched me and his wife got upset. Pay attention to this conversation. He watches New Breed and his wife got upset. Watch this.
You watching New Breed? Huh?
Yeah.
Watching New Breed? I'm like, yeah.
You hear his whole tone? You watching New Breed? She in that household regulating. Women, a lot of women who are possessive don't want you watching New Breed because New Breed gonna tell you to man the hell up and keep it a thou wow. That's not a wife's role to tell you who the hell to watch for your spiritual clarity. Listen carefully.
Because what he's saying is edifying. Like,
well, let me hold on. Hold on. Plot gets a little bit deeper. Well, listen. The plot just got deep. Listen carefully. Hold on, brother. Let me. So are you still having that issue and you have a wife, right? So I ignored all of that. I just went to the fact that, hold on. You got a wife. I was a little bit taken back by that. Although she's saying, look, stop watching New Breed. He about to make you slip from my grasp. I ain't gonna be able to possess and control you with you watching that New Breed. Because New Breed is telling men to be men. But he's still struggling with porn addiction. And now he got this, he has a wife. So clearly the brother is not satisfied by his wife. And she's trying to control what this man watch. Huh? So the issue that you were just speaking about, the problem, the situation with porn, even though you have a wife, is that something you still battle with?
Yeah.
Even though you have a wife, is it still something you battle with, pornography? He says yes. Okay, now listen, here's a teaching point right here. Brother, the reason why you still have that desire, you may be a brother who need another wife, man. I'm just going to put it out there to you. You may be a brother who need another wife. This woman telling you what the hell you can watch and what you can't watch. She got you cowering. She's not satisfying you sexually because you still find the need to watch porn. Brother, you might need another wife. I think that's some real good advice.
Just like that. If you're a biblical man and you have a wife, but you still have that desire, hey, it is what it is, man. Just be honest with you and be honest with her. All right? I'm just going to put that out there too, because as men, sometimes if you have a woman, but you still have that desire that's in you, listen, sometimes you got to go create life, man. Sometimes you need more than one wife. I teach you.
Exactly. Because I'm going to just put it out here. That addiction that you have ain't going to go away. It's not. Unless you fulfill what it is that you need to fulfill as a man. Until you have a wife that satisfies you, you're always going to have those desires and feelings. They're not going to go away. All right?
On polygyny as well. I don't know if you came across any of my videos.
I know. But see, Breeder, I'm a one burner, you know what I mean?
Now, he said he a one-woman man, right? Now, check this out. Every woman in the chat, oh, it's about time. It's a brother who's a one-woman man. Oh, everybody like New Breed. You need to pray for that brother. He need to be delivered from, you need to do this. New Breed, you don't go telling that brother to do that. You causing division and blah, 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 blah. That's what y'all said, right? Because he just said he's a one-woman man, right? If you're a one-woman man, you would not be watching porn. All right? You would not be desiring all those cheeks, breasts, hips, thighs, lips. If you was a one-woman man, what's in you, those affections that's riling up in you as a man would not be there because your wife would satisfy that. Right?
What's that?
I'm a one burner, like I'm a guy that stick to one woman, you know.
Okay. Hey, look, if that's your thing, but I'm just putting it out there.
Now he just straight up lied. That's a lie. You're not a one-woman man. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna read the email that the brother sent me this morning. And I'm not trying to shame you, brother, but you need to keep it real with yourself, man.
Sometimes
if you a man calling on my line, you need to keep it real. Don't call my line if you can't keep it real. When we open up the lines, don't you sit here and lie and play games with me. I'm the wrong person for that. Stop lying to these women. Stop lying to yourself. And damn sure don't call my line lying.
You got those desires, that's what it is. All right? But hey, brother, I'm not trying to convince you to do nothing against yourself. Just make sure.
And look, I said, I'm not trying to convince you to do nothing against yourself. With all the women, New Breed, you need to be careful. You trying to convince this man. I ain't trying to do a damn thing. I just speak the truth.
Just make sure you gain discipline over that.
Like, what can I say to him? Make sure you gain discipline over the porn. You go ahead and let that woman neuter you. Right?
I wish it could be like that, you know what I mean?
For sure.
Yeah. But your videos, man, it's really changing me, man, because
well, hopefully this video really changed you, brother. Now I'm gonna go read this email the brother sent me. I'm gonna read this email. It says, yes, this is Shalom Benjamins. I'm the brother just called on last call. It's just hard for me to overcome lustful desire. Plug me in, please. I know it's going to be a minute before seeing change, but I'm trying. It says, man, my wife even know about my lust, but she stands with me. Plus I cheated on my wife, but I know you said something about polygyny. I asked her one time and she said no. This brother said, I asked her one time and she said no. The light continues, but I'm doing way better. I will overcome. You asked your woman and she said no. Listen, let this be a teaching point right now. You don't ask your woman a damn thing. This is going to be what it's going to be, or you can keep it moving. I'm going to do what I'm going to do as a man, or you are going to keep it moving. Keep it pushing. Keep on pushing. You asked her. And she said no. She don't want you watching New Breed. She don't want, listen, and I'm going to tell you, because she don't want you watching New Breed. She don't want you taking on another wife. Who wear the drawers in that relationship? Who wear the boxers in that relationship? Who wears the briefs? Brother, who wears the briefs? You? Brother, you got 2 balls. You got balls between your legs, man. You a grown ass man. That's a woman. You ain't got to ask her permission to do a damn thing. Straight up. And I'm telling you this out of love, brother. Because that desire you got, you're not going to overcome because there's something in you. You don't, listen, a lot of the times when you are married and you battle with porn addiction, something is not being fulfilled there. You have to understand that. You got to man up. You got to man up. Now, I know there are people in the chat like, well, what about lust? What is lust? The church told us that if you lust after a woman, you have automatically fornicated in your mind, right? That's what the church told you, right? What if I told you King James wrote poetry about women? That the Romans whitewashed King James and said he was a homosexual, but before the biblical text that he compiled, King James, a black man, he wrote poetry about women, their bodies. He got so much literature and writings before the Bible. And you can find a lot of this literature and writings within the Oxford Handbook. And a lot of it you're just going to have to order online because they made it ridiculously expensive to actually get King James poetry and other writings. What if I told you King Solomon wrote poetry to women? What if I told you the Bible, the men of the Bible, they was some real smooth type of Macs out here. They was the real deal. Matter of fact, let me take you to the Songs of Solomon. Let me show you how the Most High's men look at women so you can understand the dynamics of lust. There's a difference between you liking women, desiring women, that emotion that you have. Listen, when a woman walks in a room and she fine, as a man, you're supposed to get excited. When you touch her skin, you're supposed to feel a certain way. When she's smelling good, you're supposed to feel a certain way. It just is what it is. Let's go to these scriptures. Songs of Solomon. Let's start off in Songs of Solomon, chapter 4. And it reads, "Behold, you are fair, my love. Behold, you are fair. You don't have eyes behind your veil. You have dove's eyes. Pardon me. You have dove's eyes behind your veil. Your hair is like a flock of goats. Oh, yeah. Going down from Mount Gilead. Your teeth are like flocks of sworn sheep. Ooh. Which have come from the washing. Everyone which bear twins, and none is bearing among them. Your lips are like a strand of scarlet. Oh, yeah. That's like you telling a woman, girl, you got some sexy ass lips. Damn, you got some plump lips. Yeah. Straight macking right here. Solomon was macking. You hear me? Let's read it. Let's read some of this again. Your hair is like a flock of goats going down from Mount Gilead. Your teeth are like flocks of shorn sheep. She got them precious white teeth. She got them juicy lips. I can just picture her right now. Which have come up from the washing. Everyone which bear twins, and none bearing among them. Your lips are like a strand of scarlet. What? And your mouth is lovely. Your templets behind your veil are like a piece of pomegranate. Dang. So she had that pomegranate. You hear me? Your neck is like the Tower of David. She had that nice long neck, that model neck, you know what I'm saying? Built for an armory, on which hang on thousands of bucklers, all shields of mighty men. Your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of a gazelle, which feed among the lilies. Yeah, she had some beautiful breasts. You hear me? This the Bible right here. This the Bible. And we ain't supposed to look. If you look at a woman, you lust. That's why half your church are gay. That's why everybody in the pulpit running around don't know they ass from their head. Because you don't teach the Bible in its entirety. It says, one which hang 1,000 bucklers. Man, it says your two breasts are like two fawns, twins of gazelle, which feed among the lilies. Oh man, she was curvaceous. She had the pomegranate. She had that pomegranate behind her. And she had the two fawns in front of her. She had the two gazelles in front of her. Until the day breaks and the shadows flee away, I will go my way to the mountain of myrrh and to the hill of frankincense. You are all fair, my love, and there was no spot in you. Dang. Come with me to Lebanon, my spouse. Who with me from Lebanon? Come on, man. It's so many. You are ravishing my heart. Man, it goes deep. Read the Songs of Solomon chapter 4. All right? Read King James Oxford Handbook. Read King James Oxford Handbook. Are you telling me that biblical men don't like women? The hell out of here. That feeling that you feeling, brother, is natural. These churches, they got it misconstrued, misunderstood. And I'm going to just put it out here like this. This system is designed to make you anti-life. The reason why it's so much porn out there is because it's to lure you into the wrong type of spirits. Sex can be a very beautiful thing. Can be very beautiful. Listen, sex is different from masturbation and porn. And I can tell by the brother's calling that this brother is defeated in a lot of ways. And I'm telling you this because, brother, I've been there before. I've been defeated by feminism before. It's hard to believe that now because I've grown. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you man up and you keep it 100, your success rate with women is 10 out of 10. Because you're only going to attract women that are like you. True, real, pure, upfront, direct. Women who know their position in your life. Women who know the role in your life. There's no reason why a woman should be telling you what you can and can't watch. And I'm talking about in regards to what you get for spiritual edification. But the porn is a demon. It's a demon. You got to understand, brother, all you men out here, you got to man up. Don't let these churches lie to you. We're going to go to another scripture here. In case you battling as a brother. We go into 1 Corinthians, and we're going to start off in chapter 7. Hit the thumbs up on this live stream if you gain an edification. All right? And listen, I know a lot of people like to watch certain videos, and they talk about what they agree with and what they disagree with. Listen, I don't give a damn about what you agree with and what you disagree with. When it comes to this particular topic, it's about the truth. It's about the truth. The truth doesn't matter. When it comes to truth, it ain't an issue of agree or disagree. 1 Corinthians chapter 7. Now concerning the things whereof you wrote unto me, it is good for a man to not touch a woman. And this is speaking of a man who is single. All right. It's good to practice celibacy. It's good to practice abstinence. It's good for you to focus on the Most High. And this is Paul's writings. And these writings here are to the church. All right. It's a recommendation to all men in leadership. pastors, preachers, ordained ministers, so on and so forth. Because a lot of the times the Christian church take everything out of context. When Paul is giving his advice to the church, nevertheless, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife, and let every woman have her own husband. Let the husband render unto the wife due benevolence, and likewise also the wife unto the husband. The wife have not power of her own body, but to the husband. And likewise also the husband have not power over his own body, but the wife. Meaning, when you see people basically not fulfilling their duties as a wife or a husband, when that brother or sister is in need, you got to understand that your duty is to please your wife. As a wife, your duty is to please the husband. A lot of the times, one woman can't please a husband, and it becomes a chore. It becomes a duty for her to actually lay down and satisfy her husband. All right? Sometimes a lot of women can't handle that. Now, I want you to pay attention. If Paul wrote this letter to the churches, we know that polygyny was going on because he had to say, listen, won't you just deal with one wife? He had to write that to the church because it was going on. Now I want you to pay attention. Listen carefully to these scriptures. Defraud ye not one the other, except it be with consent for a time, that ye may give yourselves to fasting and prayer, and come together again, that Satan tempt you not for your inconsistencies. So what that's saying is, when you're married, you're supposed to take time to break. You're not supposed to always be having sex, but it has to be an agreement between husband and wife. You have to come to an agreement and say, hey, look, we're going to take a break. We're going to devote some time to fasting, to prayer, and what have you. Because we got to fight against the snares of the devil. So we're going to take a time where we're not having sex. We're going to practice celibacy together to get closer to the Most High. It says, but I speak this by permission and not by commandment. So everything that Paul's saying in this chapter is by permission, not by commandment. So the Christian church will hear this and say, see, every man have his own wife, one, only one, just one, only one. Nowhere in the Bible it says that. Solomon had multiple wives. King David had multiple wives. The list goes on and on and on. If it wasn't for David having multiple wives, you wouldn't be here. The children of Israel would not exist. Understand that. Now watch. But I speak this by permission and not of commandment. For I would that all men were even as myself, but every man have his prosper gift of God. One after this manner, and another after that. So this is his recommendation. I say therefore to the unmarried and widows, it is good for them to abide even as I. So Paul was pretty much celibate. But if they cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. Let me repeat that. But if they cannot contain, let them marry. For it is better to marry than to burn. It's talking about burning with lust. It is better for you to marry. Get you a woman. Get you a wife. Than to be sitting there burning with lust. You see in the movies when people come together, they all kissing, they making out, they all on each other. And they like, no, I can't do this. Your body in the right. Listen, long as you're not with somebody else's wife, you with somebody who's single and you're taking her on as a wife, you're not supposed to be battling against your own damn body. It could be a spirit trying to tell you to take on this woman, create a baby, bring forth life. You sitting there burning with temptation. The Bible tells you, look, it's better if you can't contain yourself It's better to marry than to burn with lust, because what happens when you burn with lust? You start dealing with sex toys. You start dealing with sex dolls. You deal with masturbation. You dealing with all kind of inordinate desires. You watching all this porn. You feeding the demonic spirits, the succubus spirit, when it's better for you to just marry than sit there and burn. It is what it is. And you can read this. This is the Bible. And I know there's some people that's going to be in their feelings about this topic, but hey, you know how we do. We don't really give a damn how you feel. Straight up. Somebody said in ancient times, the father chose his daughter's husband for her. It was structure and culture and less confusion. Absolutely. You're right about that. You're right about that. Absolutely right about that. But that don't really have much to do with what I'm saying today. It's actually more imperative that men step up and lead these women, because when you have a lot of fathers who are not in the culture and fathers who are not there, who don't understand, that means even more women need direction from real men. Y'all got to understand, listen, everything that's written of in these scriptures are going to come to pass. In Isaiah chapter 4, when it says 7 women will cleave to one man in the day of reckoning, in the last days, and say, let me be called by thy name to take away thy reproach. That's going to happen. It's already happening. There ain't nothing you're going to do or say to stop it from happening. So you might as well get out of your feelings and find out as a woman, where do you fit in all of this? That's where you need to be at with it. Somebody said, so can women have multiple husbands? You can't do what a man does and consider yourself a woman. Just the fact that you asked that question means that, you have some real issues. You want multiple men in you. You want multiple eggplants inside of you. That goes against nature. A woman is supposed to be with one man until the day he dies. And that's according to the Bible. Or you will be labeled an adulteress. You're not equal to no man. No matter how many women that I deal with, the nature of my organs don't change. But you go ahead and you deal with 10 husbands and see what happens to your body. Hopefully that answered your question. Not here to play no games with y'all asking these dumbass questions. So can a woman, if you want to be a hoe, a whore, then do it. Men and women are not the same. Get it out of your mind. We're not created the same. Somebody said, you make me feel like I'm not a man, LOL. Nah, bro, you may be a one-woman man, which is cool if that's really you. But don't be like these brothers that be lying. That's all I'm saying. Don't be like these brothers that sit up there and lie to themselves and claim they one way and they know they not. Don't be one of these men who get emasculated by these women. Don't be one of them. Neat Emerald says, sorry, ladies, we can't do what the men do. You would take on multiple spirits. Absolutely. And that's why some of these women be walking around with all these damn mental disorders, walking around crazy because you got the spirit of multiple men in you. Once that DNA goes inside, you got to understand, once that man DNA crosses that threshold, you take on that man. There's a spirit that transfers. You can't just be out here as a woman thinking you are being liberated when really your body is being abused and you're not liberated. Stop letting this system make you think that you being a woman having sex with a bunch of men is empowering you. It's not helping you. And just the fact that a woman can even question that in her mind, well, can I have multiple men? Just the fact that you think like that, you got issues. You got some real issues. For real. It's not even in a woman's nature to desire that. It's not no woman's nature to want a bunch of men. Usually when she deal with a man, she's supposed to get tunnel vision. It's up to a man to build. Men are always trying to build something. They call us hunters. Well, we're always trying to elevate through family, legacy, dynasty. You got men who come from different backgrounds. You got men who came from small families. You got men who desire to have a large extended family. That's the reason why you see certain brothers going viral right now, publicizing their relationship, because listen, everything is coming to pass. It's just nothing you can do about it but be upset. And as long as it, and see, going back to that phone call last night, a lot of women feel like the truth that I'm speaking of brothers is threatening their relationships because they're possessive. That's why they don't want you. A lot of these women don't want these men watching what I'm saying. They don't want you watching my videos. They believe that it's going to really affect their relationships. But the only thing that's really affecting your relationship is you sitting around lying. Lying to her, lying to yourself. I'm all about keeping it real. We've been lying too damn long. We've been lying too long to women. It's not working. I grew up in the era of How to Be a Player. Bill Bellamy, How to Be a Player came out. How not to get caught. And see, the fact that the brother asked her about polygyny, which he should have never asked her anything, once he asked her about polygyny, that shows right there what he desires. There's going to be a lot of people breaking up. It's going to be a great divide going on. I'm not here to keep toxic relationships together. I'm here to help you reach your full potential in life. I'm not here to lie to you. I'm not here to tickle your ears. If something ain't working, if the puzzle don't fit, life is too damn short to be playing games, especially as a man who know the truth. Straight up. Absolutely. Somebody said, what are your views on finances in marriage? I'm traditional. I believe a man should be the breadwinner. But in this day and age, some women like to have their little jobs. If that man needs that woman to contribute with a little part-time gig or whatnot. But I feel like as a man, you should be the breadwinner. And sometimes we be in situations as men that we are underneath a woman because she is the breadwinner. And you never know what that brother's situation is. Maybe maybe he's in a situation where he got to rely on a woman, but that's a dangerous place to be. As a man, you got to have your own. You got to be, at the very least, be able to provide for yourself. Because if you're not able to provide for yourself, your priorities are wrong if you even dealing with a woman. You got to get your priorities in order. If you can't, put food on the table for yourself, if you can't provide for yourself, you just don't need a woman. You need to focus on getting right. That's just how I look at it. Even if a woman is interested in helping you, sometimes as a man, you got to be like, look, I'm trying to get my life together right now. I don't think it's a wise decision to get in a relationship at the moment until I get me right. I want to be able to provide for my family. I want to be able to be a certain way. So until I can get there, it's not in my best interest to get in a relationship because I don't want a power struggle between us. Because that's what it ended up happening. A power struggle. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. DJ Tatter says, be righteous and humble with it. Facts. Yeah. Sharita Park says, when a man is down, his woman should be able to help him out. My partner don't like to take money from me. Well, that's just the man in him. He don't like to take money from you. That's the man in him. That's good that he has a little bit of pride. You know, he a man. He want to be able to provide. But you know, you're right. Sometimes as a man, you may fall and your woman need to help you. But as a man, if you fall, you can't stay down. That's the problem. Some men fall and they're defeated. They fall and then they stay down. They don't get back up. They don't show no resilience. Somebody said, what's your thoughts on spiritual marriage and not legal marriage? It's recognized by the government. Never put your name on no damn marriage certificate. Never, ever, ever, ever put your name on no marriage certificate. That's how I feel about that. Your relationship and your marriage is a conglomerate. It's a business. Ultimately, that's what it is. A marriage is a business. Y'all trying to see what y'all can bring into each other's life to build a legacy. When you sign those papers, you put the government in your conglomerate. Meaning, if y'all decide to split up, they can divulge and separate all the funds. Here it is, you paying lawyers. All the money is funneled back into the system. Nowhere in the Bible did it tell you to sign a paper to be married. In fact, in slavery, we was jumping over a damn broom and we was married. Now, if you want to have a ceremony amongst you and family, respect. If you want to have a nice little wedding without signing no damn papers, then respect. The Most High said, what I bring together, let no man separate. You don't need no damn pulpit pimp to tell you, you are now man and wife. You may kiss the bride. Half of y'all been kissing the bride for damn 10 months before y'all got married. Y'all been kissing, licking, and every damn thing else. But you got now, you going through this ceremony where you talking about you may kiss the bride. Like, dude, I already done been, I done did everything. Talking about kiss the bride. Marriage actually happened when you consummated. When you laid down with that woman. When you dealt with her. That was marriage. Sex is marriage. That should be the ultimate agreement right there when you become one flesh. When your bodies intertwine, you got married. That's the other, you can't get no damn closer than that, right? Y'all, and listen, I'm gonna apologize if I had an attitude today. That blew my mind yesterday when that brother came off the way he came off in that chat. And I watched the replay of that call because that call has stuck in my mind. And I woke up and seen that email and it pissed me off. You understand? So if I had a little attitude with y'all, forgive me, man. But man, I'm serious about what I'm saying though. Brothers, you gotta keep it real, man. Keep it real with yourself. Yeah, keep it real with yourself. Somebody said, Carla said, well, I missed that. She said, I had to break up with my man because he talked the talk, but didn't walk the walk as a man. He left his job and helped him get another one. He quit the job and was doing everything he wasn't. A man. Hey, she want a man. You can't fool everybody all the time, brothers. You can't appear like you a good man and you trying to do right. You can't fool everybody every time. Some sisters gonna be like, look, I ain't finna put up with that. Oh, no woman wanna take care of no man, bro. It just is what it is. Don't no woman wanna take care of no grown man. And as a man, you shouldn't even want no woman during that time. Honestly, that's how I feel about it. But if you got a woman who gonna help, if you got a woman who gonna help you, man, you better get on your game, man. You better do what the hell you gotta do. Don't be taking advantage of no woman. If she actually helping you in your messed up condition, do what you gotta do and show that woman that, you know, you gonna pay her back? You gonna help her? That she building you up to ultimately lead y'all? Straight up. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, hopefully this video helped you out in your walk and your journey. If it did, make sure you share. All right. I'd like to thank each and every one of y'all for watching. I want y'all to have a blessed day. With that being said, shalom and peace.